Hi guys, it's GKCS. We are going to be talking about a problem from Codingame. So I'll just get to that. Yeah, Codingame is the site which hosts AI contests, and I think it's a brilliant site. It has some really good contest hosting. Uh, there are few mistakes that they make. I haven't actually seen them making any mistakes, and yeah, the graphical user interface, the IDE is something which is very rare for us to use. While actually coding this, while actually looking at the game, we can code this. Okay, so the ID is also really good, and I would strongly suggest you to have a look at this site if you're an AI fan. Uh, I found this to be the best AI gaming contest that I could find. So this month they have hosted a contest called Code4Life. So what's happening here is that you have a bot and your opponent is another person who has a bot, of course, and your job is to create medicines. So you can have a, a look at the problem description over here. There's a detailed problem description. I'll just be sharing the link over in the video description below. But have a look at this. You have a bot, your opponent has a bot. You need to create medicines from this factory. So for creating medicine, you need some raw materials which are over here. So there are different types of raw materials that you need, and you need to do some diagnosis, some research over here. So basically, what you're doing is you're trying to pick up some samples here. Okay, that's what they call it, samples. So there'll be test tubes. Those test tubes can be converted to documents. I'll just play the video to make things simpler. So yeah, we are picking up some raw materials. Now you see that this person grabbed a few test tubes and converted them to documents. Yeah, so test tubes can be converted to documents, and the only difference is that a document can be used to find out how many pills you need, and both of them, when submitted, give you one medicine. Okay, and not just that, a document contains the number of pills you need for a medicine. The test tube contains nothing. A test tube is nothing actually. It's just, it tells you the difficulty of the research. So the more difficult the test tube is, the more points you should get after creating that particular medicine. But also the tougher it is to actually create it using the medicines you have. So of course you can have a very detailed link in the problem description, but this is the general idea. If you pick up a tough test tube, you get a document which is going to be tougher to create, and you get more points for it. Now, whenever you create a medicine, which we'll see over here, so let's just speed this up a little bit. Yeah. So you see that this person now went and just planted something. So he got +1 health, and he also got some experience. Okay, so what happened there is that once you get some experience on a particular raw material type, you need lesser of them to create the subsequent medicines. So the more you create, the lesser you need to create more. Okay, that's the general principle. Also, of course, if you get more medicines, if you create more medicines at the end of 400 turns, you win. And if you create too many medicines, 170 basically, if your score is 170, then your opponent is now going to catch up. That's the assumption, and therefore you win. So those are the two winning conditions. Now you see that, of course, this is an AI problem. So all the concepts we have discussed in the channel earlier about alpha beta pruning, about minimax, quotient search, everything is applicable here. But the problem is, I haven't been able to do that till now. In the last 3 to 4 months of Codingame contests that I have participated in, I have not been able to do a single contest using heuristics or using you know, some game tree analysis. And the reason for that is because I spend too much time. There's a 10-day contest, but I spend too much time just coding it out, just writing down the code for, okay, here's the medicine, here's the sample, here's the test tube, here's the raw material, and these are the number of points I'm getting, and then it becomes a very hard-coded thing. That if I have enough medicines and I have experience, and then stuff like that, and then you create a medicine. So it's becoming a little too tedious to code this. Currently, of course, I have done exactly what I've done the last 3 months. I have coded it in a very tedious way. But my approach and my aim in this contest is to actually come up with some sort of heuristic in the end, so that I can search the state space in a very good manner. Just bring this down to a set of actions and a set of results, basically. So I think that will make the bot much, much, much stronger. And once I'm able to code in the distance of each, each module over here, I think the bot will get extremely strong. Now, I'm saying a lot of I think. Uh, I don't want that to happen. I want to really uh, get that game tree analysis for this month's contest in. Yeah, hopefully that'll happen. Now, there are two things that I really want to discuss after this. One is the general idea that I came up with for this problem, and the second thing is why you should participate here, because it's a really good site, and I would strongly recommend any AI fan to actually try this site out. It's a really good site. So yeah, let's see what happens initially. So of course, hard, all the strategy is completely hard coded. So please don't hang me for that. But here's what happens. Both our bots are first going and trying to pick up as many raw materials as we can. So these are molecules. They're called molecules, but we are picking up the raw materials for the medicine. The reason for this is because you don't want to lose out on picking up the raw materials when you have the chance. You don't want your opponent to actually pick up all the raw materials and you being left high and dry. So that's what we do. We just run forward, we grab all the raw materials, and then we start our job. But there's another thing. You have limited capacity in your bag to carry these raw materials. And if you fill up your bag, there's no way to actually get rid of it. Okay? So you need to be careful. If you fill up your bag entirely and you don't have any sample corresponding to the raw materials you have, then you're screwed, because you can't create medicines then, and you are just stuck for the next 400 turns, after which you lose, even if your opponent makes a single medicine. So that's one thing to be careful about. But what I've done is I have picked up one of each type and two of one of those types. So yeah, let's see what happens now. Now my bot goes and tries to pick up these test tubes. The reason for that is, of course, I need something to create. I need medicines after I have enough raw material. So yeah. Now you see these test tubes are going to be converted to documents, which I can then convert to medicine if I have enough raw material. So boom, they're converted to documents, but you saw that one of them was sent back up the server. The reason for that is that document was too expensive to create. I do not have the raw materials to create that document. So what I did is I sent it back up the server. Now I sent back two up the server after converting them to documents. Anyone can download them here. Okay, my opponent can right now download the document that I had if they feel like. If they have enough raw materials, they can download my document and create that medicine. So it will be poaching, basically. So now we're trying to find some document which works. Oh, did you see that? I poached something. So I sent the yellow document up because it was useless. But then I pulled out a green document over here. So my opponent did all the hard work. They converted that sample to a document, and I just pulled it out. Maybe because I have enough raw material, I'll pick more up and convert it to a medicine. So yeah, I need some more raw material here. So yeah, done. Now this green document should be converted to a medicine and I should be rich. Yay. +1 health. Not much really, because one medicine can give you up to 50 health if the document is tough enough. We'll get to that in some time. But now you see what's happening. We are just converting our documents to medicine. So we are picking up some, and yeah. So what I've done here is use the state machine pattern. Now I won't be going in too much into the logic because it's an ongoing contest, and tomorrow Codingame will be having a video on how to play this game in a good way, in a reasonable way. So you can check that video out later when it comes out for the logic. But what I really want to suggest you is come onto this site, let's have some fun, let's compete against each other, or if you want to think of it in a nice way, then let's compete together. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. So until next time, see you.